everybody? It's your girl, Shone P, with 105.3 The Choice. You are listening to my YouTube channel. I am so excited about this. I am here today with Mike Hathaway. He is an author, an entrepreneur, a man of God, which makes it even way more exciting. And I'm just excited to be here with him today. We're going to get into a little bit of conversation, and thank you so much for anyone who has subscribed or decided to log in today and just watch a little bit of Shone P 105.3. All right, Mike Hathaway.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yes, now tell me, what made you decide to become an author?
It was really laid on my heart to write this book from the perspective of helping.
Okay.
I really wanted to help. I really wanted to get the content and information that I had learned by being a business owner out to the masses.
Okay.
So I wrote the book with the passion to say, hey, there's some content and information I think that's kind of like, kind of privileged to certain people.
Right.
And I want to get that out to people, so I wrapped it in the pages of this book.
Amen.
And we're giving it away for free.
It's free.
It's a free book.
Amen.
Yeah,
Amen.
yeah.
To God be the glory. God's going to bless you for that.
Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen. We're going to come back around to this whole, I heard you talk about entrepreneurship there. But we're coming back around to that in a second. Now tell me, what can I find in the book? Give me a couple of the nuggets that are inside of this book.
Strategy.
Okay.
Strategy, source, supply, and surplus are the three major topics in the book. With God being our source,
Wow.
Him supplying our needs, but us being a wise steward over our surplus. And I think a lot of times people don't get to that third step in the process, that we don't have enough money left over at the end of the month.
Right.
But if we can discipline ourselves appropriately to build a solid surplus,
Amen.
God can then bless that. We can use it for investments. We can use it to acquire properties or do other things like that. So I try to give a principle-based understanding of how to navigate from source, supply to surplus.
Amen. Source, supply, surplus.
Yeah, that's
I'm
it.
going to be using, I teach classes online.
Take it.
I got that. Yes, absolutely. Source, supply, surplus.
Yeah.
To God be the glory.
Yeah.
That's awesome right there. I really love that. Now tell me, this is your first book.
This is my first book. It was a task to write.
Okay.
I was not, knowing all of what was entailed into writing a book. It was difficult, but I was able to accomplish it. Like I said, I think what drove me was because I wanted to help people. I really wanted to help people, so I kind of got past some of the writer's block.
Right.
And I was able to get it out onto paper, and then people just started to be a blessing. So when I finished the book, I told a couple of people about it, and they said, hey, I'll edit it for free, and I'll publish it for free. I didn't have to spend anything to get this book finished.
Hallelujah.
That's why I felt more prone to be a blessing and give it away.
Amen.
So that's what we did, and it was difficult at first, but then the encouragement of people helped me along, and we were able to get through it.
Amen. And you know what? That's the power of God.
Yeah.
So when He gives you a vision and He gives you something to say,
Yeah.
I say it every Sunday morning. When I'm given an opportunity to say something, I want to say something important.
Yeah.
And I applaud you for taking the time to say something important and for blessing the people.
Yeah.
Because that's what the house is really about.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
I wanted to mention, now you're not only an author, you're a pastor as well.
Yeah.
To God be the glory. I love that. My dad is my pastor.
Yeah.
And I love pastoralship. I love that. I think it's a huge task.
It is.
Wouldn't want that. No, not for me. Not for Shone P. But I love what you all are able to accomplish, and we're all one body in the Christ, in God's sight.
Yeah.
Tell me, what is the name of your church?
New Generation Church RVA. It's
Amen.
been a blessing. Our church really has grown over the years, and our congregation is diverse. We don't have per se members.
Right.
People just come up and just sit, but our people serve.
Amen.
And we've gotten a lot of people from that, corridor of Chamberlain and inner city and urban, Richmond. So it's been a blessing. It's been a blessing. And we don't define ourselves by being the next greatest thing or the next big thing.
Right.
We really, really focus on being the church that community needs.
Amen.
So
And that's
I think
what's
that's
important.
why we've been very attractive.
Amen. And blessed.
Yeah,
yes,
and blessed.
Because it
and
doesn't
blessed.
really, just as long as we're doing the work of God, it all kind of unfolds itself. So to God be the glory. I'm proud of you for that.
Thank you so much.
Now let me, we've been trying to link up for a while now. And you were in Chicago and a couple of other places. Tell me what is going on with Mike Hathaway Hathaway, Pastor Hathaway,
Yes.
that he can't be
in Richmond
still.
all the time.
Yes.
I can't. It's hard. I actually serve under the leadership of Dr. Matthew Stevenson III out of Chicago, Illinois.
Nice.
So I have a very, very, very committed relationship to what he's building as well.
Amen.
So I spend a lot of time in Chicago. I'll be in Chicago again in January.
Nice.
But yearly he has what's called the World Changers Summit.
Okay.
And usually that's at the end of October. And I was there this year when we had the opportunity to serve and help out with what he's building. And I'll be ministering in Chicago in January for his Fire Conference.
Amen.
So that is my pastor, and I serve. When I'm not in Richmond, I'm usually in Chicago serving All Nations Worship Assembly.
Amen.
Yeah.
That is a blessing right there, because it takes everybody
it does.
to touch everybody.
It
and,
does.
you know, I often think there are still people in the world who don't even know who Jesus is.
You're right.
There is a population, believe it or not, who doesn't even know.
Yeah.
So we have to continue to push,
Yeah.
so that everybody will know the Word of God.
Exactly.
And has the opportunity to either accept it or not.
Exactly.
But they have
At least
they
to
know. They have to know.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I'm excited about that. Now, how can we get this book?
Okay.
Okay.
So, because the book is free,
Yes.
and I didn't really pay anything to get this whole ordeal accomplished, it's an ebook. And what we want to do is I want to give away 10,000 copies. That's the goal. I want to give away 10,000 copies. So I made it so that you can download the book on your tablet, on your computer, or on your phone.
Amen.
Very easy read, and it's www.yourwealthisaweapon.com.
Say that again, please.
www.yourwealthisaweapon.com.
Y'all got that?
So you can go to that website and you can download. There's no strings attached or anything like that. You can download it and begin reading instantly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to kind of clean up some things and figure out some things just by the wisdom that you guided us with
it's
in the
strategy.
book.
I think it'll stretch you.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times we put off on God certain things that we should be doing ourselves.
Right.
So it'll stretch you to a certain place to, I think, follow the principles of God to get the best out of your blessing.
Amen.
I think sometimes we think the blessing is something that, just happens off a happenstance.
Right.
You can be strategic and plan out a blessing.
Okay, I understand that.
Yeah.
And I love that concept. And then we're able to use, because at the end of the day, it's important for us to be able to give back to the kingdom of God.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we want to have surplus for us.
Exactly.
But we have to be able to have more, so we can do more. That's a prayer that I always have. Lord, give me more so that I can do more.
Yeah.
Not so much so I can have more, but I can do more.
Exactly.
Yes, and I find that prayer really works.
It does.
And if you discipline yourself sometimes and turn down your own plate or your own wants and needs and you give, he'll give you that double. So you can do more and more and more. So I love that concept, and I thank you so much for bringing that to us. 10,000 copies you want to give away.
10,000 copies.
Amen. And so this is book number 1.
This is book number 1.
Okay, so what's coming?
All right, so I'm going to put this out here first.
Yes.
It's a real exclusive.
All right, this is an exclusive. Shone P 105.3 drop.
Exclusive.
Woohoo!
I'm already working on my second book,
Amen.
and it's called From Poverty to Profit.
Hallelujah.
A 31-day devotional.
Amen.
All right, so it'll be a 31-day devotional from poverty to profit, and that devotional will once again give you strategy, concept, affirmations will be in there.
Nice.
And on a daily basis, you'll be able to read certain scriptures, say certain prayers, and I'll also give some insight throughout that devotional that will help people build their understanding of not just like the money aspect, but once again, with God being our source.
Amen.
And Him being the first focus point of all things.
Yes.
Once you get that in place, then you domino effect for Him to take care of everything else. So that's a Shone P exclusive. Nobody else knows that. I haven't shared that with anybody.
Amen.
But that'll be prayerfully a book that we'll be able to release when we go to Chicago.
And you know what? God is going to do great things through that book because you gave so much prior to. And see, that discipline and that love gives you the power that God is going to bless that tremendously tenfold. It's going to do more than what you think it's going to do.
I appreciate
that.
that.
So I'm so proud of you. Keep on doing what you're doing. Now, before we get out of here, you are an entrepreneur.
I am.
Yes. Tell me a little bit. First of all, how did you even become? And entrepreneurship, I come from a family full of it, but it's a scary thing sometimes.
It is.
So how did you take that walk and say, I do this?
Yeah, I think honestly it was the only industry that could pay me what I felt I was worth.
Amen.
And I'm not trying to be facetious or funny, but
I
do know my value.
Yes.
I do know my value. I do know what I bring to the table.
That's right.
And I respect and I have confidence in what God has given me to do in the earth. And I want to be able to do it freely. My ultimate passion was to serve God's people and be a pastor and lead. And I didn't want to put that burden of my family on my church.
Amen.
You know, I didn't want to have it so that all of my obligations would be the church's responsibility.
Right.
So as we were building our church and getting started, we realized that entrepreneurship would give us the flexibility, the time, and the mobility to be able to serve our church as well, balance out our family, and make a lot of money while you do it.
I know that's right. Yes.
I mean, it is about, you know, taking care of my family.
That's right.
I wanted to be able to max out my compensation so that I can take care of my family. And we saw that through entrepreneurship, I was able to do that.
I love that. Now tell me about your company.
I own two companies. One is Kingdom Cars Auto Sales, and the other one is Storehouse Capital. Storehouse Capital is my finance company that parallels with my car dealership. I've been in the car industry for well over 15 years.
Wow.
I've owned my own dealership for 3 years.
Wow.
So I was learning a lot in the business, working for other people.
Yes.
And then I took that knowledge and I applied it for myself and opened up Kingdom Cars Auto Sales in June of 2014.
Hallelujah.
And it's been a blessing.
I know it has. And let me tell you, so you're able to finance cars as well. Not a lot of places can do that.
Yeah.
So that is a whole nother entity of power.
It is. Because what I've realized is that, of course, when certain banks say, no, I can't approve that customer, I hear the customer's story. I hear, you know, everything that they're going through, but because of whatever, the mishaps of their past, that bank might say, I can't do it. Well, I had to build something out to be able to say, I still want to do it, because that's a principle in the kingdom of God. That when the world spits you out, God says yes. You know, despite our past, our failures, and our letdowns, salvation says you're forgiven, and all of that's thrown into the sea of forgiveness. So I said I wanted to monetize salvation in the car industry. So we forgive people of their, you know, past bumps in the road, and we're able to write not a predatory loan, but we're able to write a loan that's conducive for their success and get them transportation as well, get them terms that they can be able to afford.
I love that. Once again, giving back.
Giving back.
And making things happen for people. So you not only have the book
that's
making things happen, you have the finance company making things happen, you have a car delership making things happen, and this is only the beginning because you are a young man.
Thank you.
So,
I appreciate it.
So I want to say I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Thank you for stopping through. I know you're busy, and I'm so excited that we can link up our time and get the word out to the people. Yes, and you know, and we just love you. We love you. Keep on doing God's work.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for all you're doing, and I celebrate and honor you with the phenomenal job that you and your family are doing. So thank you for allowing me to be a part of it.
Well, thank you for being here. So I'm your girl Shone P. You are listening to Shone P 105.3. You'll be able to pick up Mike Hathaway's login, his link back to his YouTube or his website, where you will be able to order his book, and we're just going to keep it going and keep this relationship going.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you. Keep on doing what you're doing.
I appreciate it.
Yes, your girl Shone P, 105.3, Christian Coffee Shop, Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. But if not, you can always check me out on YouTube on Shone P, 105.3.